Hey everybody, 3KO Games here. We've got new heroes in the Goblin Portal and in Springvale. Let's do them all in one video. Here we go, and then I've got a couple pulls in each one. Let's look at this new Goblin first. Rocket is a... Whoops, that's Fizzcoil. Fizzcoil's great too. Rocket is a 5-star Red Ranger. Goblin family, in case you don't remember about that family bonus, you take away the enemy's boosted health every time this hero takes damage from an enemy's special skill, and that increases for how many goblins you have on your team. And then the passive is a 40% chance to deal 90% damage to all enemies and have all enemies get negative 25% accuracy for 3 turns. That's only 40%, but it happens. It does happen. It's kind of a nice bonus on top of all the things that the goblins do themselves. And Rocket does a lot. First of all, take a look at those stats. We're at 1020 team power, 1073 attack, 1023 defense, 1668 health, and then if you go all the way to double limit break and max emblems, that's where your stats are going to be. Insane attack, which is very important as you take a look at this fast speed special, Goblin Explosives. I thought this hero, when they were talking about it in beta, was interesting, but maybe not the most powerful thing around. And there are some changed stats and new lines here that makes this hero pretty insane. So anyway, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to give that one target Wither negative 330 defense. And let's see, it doesn't actually say how much it's going to increase to, just that you can't be reduced to more than 30% of the original value. But anyway, that target gets negative 330 defense. Then you are going to I'm trying to say summon and goblin. Summon a goblin explosive fiend. Ooh, for the target and nearby. Okay. And that fiend is going to damage the enemy with 195% attack for every turn. So that's 3 heroes on the opposing team that are going to get 2 slash attacks every turn. 2 slash attacks at what could be 1437 attack. That's pretty crazy. Now, that Goblin Explosive Fiend absorbs healing and disappears when it has absorbed health equal to 20% of its owner's max health. Seems like a low number to be able to heal this away. But that's fine, because last bullet point, when the Goblin Explosive Fiend disappears after it has absorbed enough healing, the owner receives 1701 burn damage over 3 turns. What? Let's just remember that we were all talking about Shay Jing a couple weeks ago, with insane ability to give, I don't know, like 1100 or 1200 poison damage to 3 over 3 turns. And yeah, she does a couple other things too. But 1701 burn damage over 3 turns? So, unless you have a mega healer ready, or some kind of ailment protect, this fast speed hero is going to get rid of 3 of your heroes at fast speed. with one hit. If it takes you a couple turns to get the healer up and ready to get rid of your fiend, you're gonna need like a double healer to go against Rocket. I wonder if you use somebody like Wang Yuanji, that's a 4-star hero that I can think of, that just gets rid of fiends, or one of the heroes that like converts fiends to minions or something like that. Is that a way around this? Because you're gonna have to have some kind of counter to Rocket. Pretty insane stats, pretty insane hero. So yeah, congratulations if anybody's able to pull him. Now let's go into the Springvale summon. There we go, and we've got 2 costumes, 2 heroes. 3 of those are featured. First of all, featured is Timothy. Cute little piggy Timothy. 5-star red rogue, and the Springvale family bonus, it's been a while, is increased attack for 2 or 3 heroes. Okay, no passives here. The stats are not as high as the Goblins are. 999 team power. And there you see those stats on attack, defense, and health. Below 1,000 on attack and defense, which is, still, in the grand scheme of things, it's still pretty good. 1823 health. And there is our max power preview back on. Timothy, at average speed, is going to boost health of all allies by 560. Which can exceed max HP. And then all allies get 20% attack boost and an additional 10% each time any ally casts their special skill, up to a maximum of 70% for the next 3 turns. Not bad. So it's an okay heal. We're talking about a 35% heal. Maybe 40% heal. And then you get a little bit of plus attack for your team. If you time that right, and your other heroes are ready to go off in 3. Of course, if you have some fast heroes on your team, it might be mistimed. You might have to wait. If you were a fast hero, this would be easier to get the most out of that. Get the most out of that attack bonus, because you don't want to use your big hitters yet. You want to, if there's another defensive specialist you want to trigger, and then and finally your big hitters, they'll already have a little bit higher boost on that attack. And of course, all the Springvale heroes have one little drawback to them, and for Timothy, it's that the caster gets negative 20% defense for 3 turns. This effect can't be cleansed. I don't know if there's a way around that. Is there a way to prevent that based on, you have reflect on your team or something like that? I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, if there's a way to bypass that negative effect. You can't cleanse it once it's there, but can you prevent it from happening? Okay, so there's Bane. Timothy. We also have featured Miss Ethel. Check out Miss Ethel. Oh, she is a mean-looking old sheep, I think. But those horns are like a bull. I have no idea what's going on there. Anyway, 5-star blue fighter. Stats are also at 999. Leans a little bit more attack here. 1009 attack stat, 955, 1816 health, and there it is with the max power preview back on. We are going to deal 600% damage to the target. Then, if the target had more than 40% health before receiving damage, it's going to target another enemy who had over 40% health before receiving any damage from this special skill. If none of the other enemies had 40% health, it's going to target a random enemy. The damage is reduced on each consecutive hit, and each enemy can only be hit once. Pardon me. So, this is kind of a special, kind of like Anne, where as long as the target had enough health, you're going to keep hitting other targets. Would be more helpful at fast speed, obviously. At average speed, maybe some people on the team have less than 40%. Less than 40% health there. So if you're going to bring Miss Ethel in, you just got to make sure you time your attacks right and use her early when everybody's got a good amount of health, because you're going to smack them for a 600% damage is no joke. That's a big hit. And knowing that, unlike Anne, if you hit one person and they have less than... Oh, no, I guess it's not totally clear. If you happen to hit a target that has less than 40% health right away, it won't... I don't think it will target a random enemy. If you hit the one target that has more than 40% health and everybody else has less than that, then it'll still target one random enemy. But possibly you're smacking everybody 600% damage times 5. So that's a pretty good special there for Miss Ethel. It doesn't have the extra stuff that Anne does about punishing you if you use your special skill within the next 3 or 4 turns or whatever that is. And then his drawback is negative 15% mana generation for 3 turns, and that can't be cleansed. Okay, Miss Ethel. Then we have 2 costumes. One of them is featured Jasper's costume. I don't remember what the original did. 1428 HP over 6 turns. Plus attack, plus critical chance. Okay. We're actually just increasing everything. 1450 HP over 5 turns. Oh, I see. So you're getting even stronger attack and critical chance, but only 5 turns instead of 6 turns. I think 5 turns is plenty, especially at a slow speed hero. You're probably using him in rush. 5 turns is a long time. Heroes are about to go off again. A drawback for Jasper is a negative 5% mana generation for 5 turns. That's a little teeny drawback. That's workable. The 15% on Miss Ethel is kind of like, oh, shoot. All right, and we're getting costume bonuses in this seasonal summon of 15, 15, 20, and 5. So, if you have Jasper already, definitely worth it if you get that costume to level it up. Finally, we have Archie receiving a costume. He was a wizard. He is now a druid. Gets that big costume bonus. And now his fast speed special was 250 damage to all enemies. And all enemies are immune to new status effect buffs for 4 turns and receive 150 damage for each attempted buff. Now, slightly less direct damage, 240. Still not bad. And then immunity buffs again for 4 turns, but receive 300 damage. Is that double? Yeah, double the damage for each attempted buff. Caster gets negative 10% accuracy for 4 turns. This can't be cleansed, and that is the same in both the original and the costume. So there's Archie in the costume version. Yeah, really gonna punish people trying to bring buffs. Of course, bringing Archie on defense, you just have to be. If you face Archie on defense, you just have to be smart about not bringing buff heroes, bringing status ailment heroes. But on offense, you can take him against especially at fast speed, you can take him against the right teams and really punish them quite a bit. So there are all the heroes. Yeah, I've got a couple pulls. Let's try some and see where we end up. Ooh, Fletcher and Toril. Well, that's fine. 6 whopping heroes in the Springvale summon seasonal summon with epic hero token. So let's go ahead and get Li Zhu. All right, nice. And there's Timothy. Well, he's cute. I don't think he's the strongest hero. But man, yeah, you got a brand new 5-star. I'll take it. Pretty exciting. Brienne. Cash wreck. Let's do more. Azar, and here is the last one. Be happy with that, Miss Ethel for sure. Sir Roostly. I should be celebrating more, I guess. I mean, I just nailed 2 5-star heroes. That's pretty awesome. Timothy's gonna be an okay healer. I'm sitting on some other red heroes right now. He's not gonna get leveled for a while. And now Sir Roostly, interesting chain attack, but just really not that great. Anyway, there he is. Never pulled him before. Hooray. Wow, 6 tokens. 2 5-star heroes. Crazy. I mean, let's get that luck here in the Goblin portal, please. 3 pulls. Be happy with Fizz Coil and Rocket. Let's make it happen. Come on. Gunner, not quite it. And Little John. Okay, no luck on the Goblin side, but pretty amazing for Springvale. There we go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.